Hi everybody, it's the Chevy Man back again. This episode is about moving the booster over to the far left hand side, so I got more access to my rocket covers. I'm building my 57, I have built my 57 Chevy coupe. It was a resto mod, custom car, probably about 5 years ago, and now I'm going to just do some cosmetic work on the engine bay, changing it up, putting some new rocket covers on it. So to do that I need to move the booster. It's going to be an exercise as it is. I've never done it before. I haven't had a lot of good feedbacks about the bracket, so we'll give it a shot, and I'll show you the car as we go along. Okay, we'll have a look at the engine bay here. So it's got all the custom grilling on this car, and there she is. It's an LS1 motor. Done a bit of work on it, quite clean. This is the problem here, because you got to the rocket covers are going to hit the brake booster, so I'm going to move it to the right hand side and up a little bit, and that's with the kit that you get, and I'll show you the kit. Yes, this is the kit I bought. It's a CPP kit bought by Dan Chuck, and Dan Chuck's got it in stock, and it's a bracket like this, which you have to install on the firewall. You put that part on the firewall, obviously, and it moves like this. That's the movement like that. That's on the firewall, and obviously you could see the shifting of it. While that's on the firewall, it's moved across 2 inches, and it's got all these other arms and things inside it that move to bring it offset. So they call that the offset bracket for the booster, and so you could add the rocket covers for the under coil covers, which they sit up higher, and or for big box too. So that's the attempt we're going to do, and that's what it is. First of all, put your cover on, you get the guard cover. Make sure you don't get any stones on that. Got my spanner for me lines and the master cylinder. We'll start taking that out right now. Take your covers off now here. Plastic covers. Get them out of the way a bit. Put them over there so we can work on the brake line. Just undo all these brake lines now. Or I'd actually like to take the master cylinder off first, but there it goes. Take them all. Get that out of the way, because that's the main thing, so we can get to the rest of the bolts. Well, I've got the master cylinder out, but I've just noticed the paint is peeling around the back, so I've had a bit of a leak at the back of the master cylinder. It's not very old, that master cylinder, and oh yeah, she's been slowly weeping out. So I'm more or less killing 2 birds with 1 stone and repairing the whole problem. Yeah, you can see the oil on the back of the seal. It's already leaking. This master cylinder's not even 5 years old. It's very new. How did it leak? We'll always find problems in these custom items. Yeah, we're going to disconnect the booster out of the back of the pedals. So we got to go up and under there, and I've already disconnected that shaft. So that shaft there off my pedal, and I'll be sliding the booster out. It's compact, but we could do it. It'll be done. So we'll try to get this booster out now. There it goes. There it is there. So there you go. I've undone those 4 bolts at the back there on the bracket, and at the rear, and we've got her out. That's the the booster, so that was quite easy. And now we're going to take the bracket off and see how we're going to manage to put that offset bracket. Now you've just removed the last piece of the bracket. I've done one side and taken the other side. That was a bracket to hold the booster on the back. And now, as you can see, I'll zoom it up a little bit. You can see the 4 bolts that are coming through. It's not zooming up, wonder why. Okay. Anyway, here it goes. The 4 bolts, the existing 4 bolts on the pedal, you utilise those 4 bolts. So that way you just bolt the new plate on there and use the same area. It's all made up for it. So I'll show you. I've got to pull apart the existing offset bracket that they supply you. Yeah, just pull apart these 4 bolts here that come in together, so that way you can put it on the original firewall. Yep. And like then these are just spares, ones that you just don't need to just put together for packing, I guess. But you're going to be putting it on the firewall on the existing 4 bolts. There you go. Yeah, just pull it apart like that. That way you could mount that on the firewall. You could have that hanging, doesn't matter. You can take them all off if you want to, and then bolt that on, and then you put these plates on with it, and then you work out your distances and everything. You have to adjust the push rod going to the back of the pedal. Yep. Just place the back part onto the 4 bolts, line up, and then you've got your other plates that you put in afterwards, like that. And you put the 2 next to each other, and better put the bottom before it folds off, and you know, I'll show you how it ends up looking like. There you go, there's the brackets on the mounted on there. So you can see it's offset a little bit. Then you got the nuts. I've used existing nuts, it's the same thread. You don't use the bolt and those washers because the thread's too short. The bolt coming through on the stud on the pedal cradle. I've just used a flat star washer, just a star washer. It's thin enough to go behind the nut and bolt on, and it looks okay. As you can see, it's going to sit around here, the booster, because I had to, on this car, I had to take my the packs, one of the packs off the coil packs off the end one, because it was too close to the booster before, and I had to cut out the side of my cover to make it fit before, so I had to sit the coil pack right up underneath the last one. But now with this 2 inches that way, she's going to be nice up the top, and it doesn't matter because I'll be changing the covers anyway, so you'll see that in due time. Oh, this is how it looks. I've made up a rubber bush inside there. It seals a hole. They don't come with it. I wish they did come with some sort of a bushing so the hot air doesn't come into the cabin. But yeah, I put just a rubber suit, made a hole and pushed it in there, sealed it up, and that's where it connects into. Now I used the existing shaft that goes in there that was on my other booster because it was better than what they supply you. It's too bulky, the other one, and so I've connected it all in there. Now I'm having trouble with the 8-inch booster. It's getting very close to the side here. If you've got these Ram types, it's just about scraping on it. It's really right on it. I could allocate here a little bit and push it a little bit over. I don't want to, but I thought I'll give it a shot and buy a 7-inch one. I don't know if it's going to be enough braking horsepower for me for the size of the car, a 7-inch, and I had to go a single diaphragm because it becomes too far forward with a double diaphragm. It ends up being right up to here somewhere. It's very long, so I thought I'd get a 7-inch single diaphragm. Because I've got electric vacuum pump. It should help, I think. This is all experimental and trial and error. This is the shaft that comes with the offset bracketry. I didn't use this. I used the existing one that was on the back of the 8-inch. It's like a fork, and it's got a lot more adjustment. So I didn't use that. And this is the 7-inch single diaphragm one I'm going to use. There's a bit of difference, double diaphragm 8-inch to that. I'm hoping the electric pump will supply enough vacuum in there and it won't be as much pressure. Now I had to cut the shaft too. I cut that was off the end of it, and that wasn't enough. I had to cut another piece off it for this eye, because otherwise there's not much room when you screw this on. There's not much room in that cradle they supply you where the arms move in and out. There's a lot of moving parts, so I'm going to put this on, and I've cut it back as far as I can now. Got plenty of adjustment thread, and that's how it's going to be. And I'll slip that in and see what happens. Yeah, I've just finished installing the brake booster in, and that's what it looks like. So it's compact. When I get my rocket covers in there, I think that should be a little bit high because it covers the core packs, and it just misses my as you can see, this ram here, very close, just a figure gets in. I wish I could get an 8-inch in there, but I think the 8-inch might be very, very, very close. If the worst case scenario, I might have to go 8-inch if this 7-inch is not big enough for the pressure that I need. So I had an 8-inch, but it's going to be very close up this end. This one's perfect, but it's all about if it's going to work. Okay, so we've installed the mast cylinder back onto the booster. It's a 7-inch booster. Now it looks like that. It has moved it, as you can see, the cutout that I cut out there originally. That's how far the booster was before. That is a 7-inch, and it's moved across 2 inches that way. And it really looks quite good now. There's a lot of moving parts in that cradle. Yeah, so I'll just walk around the back of this car, and you can see all the actual cradle, the way it moves. There's 2 arms in there, and another arm comes out the wall. I'll put a light to it. There it is. It's a little bit better, and you can see everything's very congested in there, close to the firewall, all the moving parts. Yep, and that's how that works. And if you're not sure how to put it on, you've got to go online, instruction sheet. I don't know why they don't come into the box as well when you buy it. They should supply the installation sheet if some people want to know exactly what to do. But I didn't have this. I did it all by mechanical mind, and then I found it online, and you just type that up, and there it is. It comes up. Can you believe it? After I finished it, but so I printed out but they should supply it with the bracket, I think. Yes, well, that's how you install that booster. It's a bit of a tight squeeze, and it looks good. Now, what my concern is, being a 7-inch booster, is it going to give me enough pressure? They work on Mustangs, but it's a Chevy, a bit heavier. we're going to do the test, and it's a 1 1/8 booster. Sorry, 1 1/8 bore size, the master cylinder. So I just want to try it out. I might go to 1-inch master cylinder if I'm going to keep the 7-inch booster, or I don't know if I could squeeze in an 8-inch. It's very close, as you can see. I thought I'd neaten it up a little bit by making this plate. It's just a normal plate, a couple of holes I've drilled over the sides there, and just to sit on top of the cradle there, and it'll just sit up on there. I think it looks better. I don't know why CPP don't make that cover over, so you don't see the mechanism, and it's just a neat finish. I'll end up painting that red with the sides. I'll paint the sides red. I'll get Frank to do that. He'll paint the same colour as the firewall, that box, and have the chrome at the front. Yeah, it's just something to dress up. Quite easy to make. Just to make a template up, and there's you go. You just do it up and you cut it out. That's a closer look up on the plate. Yeah. See it closer? That's what it looks cleaner, the job. Hi guys, we're going to give it a test drive on the road and see what happens. Hopefully the brakes work well, otherwise we'll have to upgrade the booster. So we'll take it for a quick spin around the block. Yeah, just back from the test drive. Yeah, my 57 Chevy Coupe drives sensational. It's a beautiful day today. It was a nice warm day. I put the air conditioning and it drives really nice. The only thing was, as I was saying about the brakes, you got to apply a bit harder. Yeah, if you're in an emergency situation, I think the 7-inch boost is not quite good enough to give you that spongy feel, that solid feel. At the moment, it's sort of like it's okay. It's slow speeds or normal speeds, but it's a bit hard. So I think I'd like to get it a little bit that you're just leaning on the brakes, and it's just the 4-wheel disc brakes just pulled right up. Apart from that, the 2-inch offset booster bracket works superb. Lines all up. It wasn't a problem at all. It's just a matter of tweaking your adjustments, and it works quite good. And that bracket works from 1955 to 64 Chevys, same bracket. Yeah, you can use them on all of them, so at least it gives it a bit of room for your rocker covers. I'll be putting some rocker covers on there, valve covers as you will call it, and change them up with the coil packs inside, so it looks nice. I'm going to change the plastic covers on the top, and I will probably try the 8-inch. I'll just bite the bullet and buy the 8-inch booster and see if it gets really hairline close to that ram. If it's if it fits, it'd be perfect. You know, I think it will but the 7-inch is perfect. But anyway, we'll go down that way. So this is the Chevy Man signing off, and you'll see another episode about the rocker covers or valve covers installed on the LS1 in my next episode. Thank you.